Hello, my name is Minesweeper McGee, also known as Minesweeper in VRChat, and what I want to show today is called Cycle of Life by Carl Cronin. So it opens with a very nice fade in. You might have noticed me getting rid of my microphone symbol on screen. I forget that a lot. Carl's worlds often have very nice audio. But first, we'll notice that we have sort of a crashed ship. I think it's an AT-AT from Star Wars for some reason. I haven't asked him why. There's multiple moons, you'll notice, and then we have this robot, who I'm guessing crashed with us, and this rock, which is featured in a lot of Carl's worlds. I believe specifically it's from New Vision. Using it brings this robot back to life, and it'll follow us when it's not following a designated path, but we gotta follow it through the whole journey. I was gonna say this rock takes up a lot of our space, but with the mouse wheel we can make it really small, which really just moves it away. Stars look pretty nice. You might notice they're like dimming and brightening again. He has a new world that he's really proud of the stars. I'll show it off at some point, but I'm pretty far behind on his worlds. The robot has a lot of personality. It likes to explore things. I'll make sure you're still there. I wish there was more to say about this world, but I don't really know if there is like a deep story. I asked him what I should mention, and he told me to mention that the rock was from New Vision. And that was it. I said, okay. So he's pointing at the water. You just have to toss the rock in, and I'll actually toss it right here on the shallow rock so we can watch it, that it actually does dissolve inside the water. And then it goes crazy. It's super impressive. It has that same New Vision scarring on all of it, like the people in New Vision and the rock. And actually the world's getting a little bit more vibrant now. And the scarring seems to be going away, or maybe not. I think so, yeah. Yeah, the scarring's going away now. So when the rock is introduced, it gets that scarring pattern on it. Maybe lightning pattern. I'm not sure how exactly to describe it accurately. It's getting real bright and lively. Oh, we're starting to see a little grass over there and over here and over here. It's growing everywhere. This world is super impressive. It's one long animation, basically. Oh, there's fish in the water now. There's grass and tarantulas on the land. There's some ducks. We're gonna see a lot of... Oh, are these trees? I believe so. Oh, there's a special bird we should be looking at. Larger tufts of grass and trees are growing. The robot will highlight quite a few things along the way, as if it's discovering this stuff at the same time as we are. Originally, the first iteration of this world that I saw, there were only tarantulas, and they were everywhere. There was just tarantulas everywhere. It was a little unsettling. Like, I don't have problems with spiders exactly, but just tarantulas everywhere, a little unnerving. It's a lot nicer now with all the different animals. And the smaller quantity of tarantulas. He created this world rather quickly, I think within a few weeks, to show some business people in hopes of getting a job. I don't know how well that panned out. I don't remember what became of that showing. The water sounds are lovely. I'm a sucker for water sounds, like streams or rain. This world is really an experience that you sort of soak in, just sort of bask in the atmosphere of this world. Oh, we got bears materializing. Interesting timing about this. The bears materializing just as the robot approaches sort of makes it seem like the robot creates them, but Carl seemed surprised that people had that notion. Oh yeah. Kind of an awkward animation. They all go to sleep. We're gonna see some more large animals in a second, but I'm gonna talk for a second about what I call the VRChat curve. The VRChat quality curve, I guess, is a better term. If I'm harsh on a world that I'm showing, that's because that's objective. You know, that bear animation was kind of poor. It taking so many steps to just turn around and then awkwardly walk to a spot and lay down. not a great animation. However, I would consider this world to be one of the best VRChat worlds that I've seen. I love Carl Cronin worlds. This world's a great experience. It does what it needs to do. It shows you how to do those things. It's super impressive. Great sounds. Great everything. Tons of animation. So if I'm harsh on something, that's because it's true. That drinking animation, not great. Bear animation, not great. But for VRChat, because of how many empty box apartments I see that are blasting music or lack any audio at all, the same worlds over and over, the amount of worlds I see that are called "Please give me trusted or you gay" type of stuff. This world's a masterpiece in comparison with how much worlds I see that have nothing, just absolutely nothing to say about them. So don't think that if I say negative things about a world, that makes them bad worlds, or that I dislike them. If I'm showing off a world, I like it. I'm taking time to record it. Here's another thing, they have polygons missing behind their eyes, so you just see right through them. I got no brains. I remember I was really harsh on, I think, the VR Mod 11 world. I can't remember what it was called. The Disney themed horror map, which is an incredible world. Like, we saw a world that sort of ripped off a lot of its ideas, the Disney Valley, which is a world I like because I have such a fond memory of it in my mind, and it is an impressive world. It's a very ambitious world, but they just do a lot of the things poorly in it. But I remember being very critical of the VR Mod 11 world in my video, and I felt bad because it's a great world. There are annoying elements of it, or elements that are, like, I think designed to be loud and obnoxious, but it's a great experience in my opinion. So I do want to state that, like, if I'm showing off a world, I think it deserves to be shown, except for the VRChat Plus world. That's the only world I've shown that I actually think is not worth recording. But I was trying to use it as a highlight of VRChat Plus, because that world was nothing. It was a box with 4 chairs and 4 spheres that were lights. So it was nothing. And it got approved really quickly because they wanted to emphasize VRChat Plus. It was very new at the time. And that's become even more and more true that VRChat Plus is the thing they're working on now. I was worried that those types of worlds would just become more and more common, and I was really worried that they were going to get approved more often. Worlds like just where you could make them really easily formulaic. I'm very thankful that I've never seen a Please Give Me Trusted World approved. I've never searched. I hope there are none that are approved. Alright, back to me saying how great this world is. Look at this view. Super impressive. But we gotta keep up with the robot. of the robot highlighting a place you can sit. I'm gonna sit and be really squished for a second because this model is awkward, but yeah, you sit in a crisscross formation. You can just enjoy the view. When Carl had made this world, he would just sit here for hours, probably falling asleep to the music like he often does. Every time he makes a world, you can find him in there for just days on end. Oh, a rabbit. An opaque rabbit. I'm sort of interested that the world doesn't just end here. This feels like it would be a Carl ending. It builds up a lot of tension and then gets to this point, and you get to see it all. But instead it rains. I remember the first time I saw this raining, Carl was here, and I was like, I wonder if there's a way to make it feel like if you ever stand in a heavy rain and you look up and you immediately just get a large raindrop in your eye. He was sort of excited. He was like, oh, I was thinking about trying to implement that. I want to figure out how to do that at some point. And it's interesting because every time I ever end up like walking in the rain, which happens very rarely because I mostly am inside a building. Every time I go in the rain, because it's so rare, I'll look up, I'll get hit in the eye, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's got hit in the eye again. I remember doing that. The robot, for some reason, is real adamant that it go this way. Maybe back to the ship. Oh, yeah. Okay, back to the ship. That's right. I wonder if this robot doesn't like rain. Gotta look it back at it one last time before we leave. The only lightning in the entire world. And here we are left alone. Here I am moving, actually at walking speed. It slowly decreases your movement speed over time. And they're just surrounded. That guy always stands in the air. He's a weirdo. I do want to show off this walking speed, how slow it gets. And there's sort of I think it's called a vignette happening all around the screen. Now I can't move at all. I don't know. I don't know what this world means, if it does mean something. I know that linking the circle of life is a reference to Dark Souls, because Carl's obsessed with Dark Souls. I don't know what the connection to New Vision is. I don't really know much about this world. I wish I could say more, but I don't know if there is more to be said. That would be up to Carl to say. I was about to end the video, but the one last thing I'll say is if you try to respawn in here, you'll only respawn in this box. You'll have to reload the world if you actually want to go back to the world, but I think the animation will be ruined? I can't exactly remember. I don't know if you can start it over. Alright, that was Cycle of Life by Carl Cronin. Thank you.